No, that's
Sure
actually
makes
much
me
better.
laugh.
What's it say? Oh, it's a tiger.
What if, like,
Is it a cat or a tiger?
All right, y'all.
That's neat.
Let me set the scene for you. Brutus is pacing in his garden, mind racing with his heart hardened. No wonder you got the mental block when you're turning the hands on another man's internal clock. He's going to drop Caesar, a bold move at best, but the rest is unwritten. Maybe the act passes like raised victory glasses, or maybe you'll be sitting on ashes, bombarded by the cynical masses. But too bad there's no classes on murder. But Brutus knows he must take down the man with crown in hand before he turns the city into a town of sand. Swipe the crown, place it on his own head, for the good of Rome and its people, enough said. A late night knock at the door ain't right, but Brutus knows for sure the Ides of March have oddities galore. Men willing for killing following Cassius, atmosphere chilling, a cold feeling that can't be ignored. Cassius introduces the men to Brutus in order, with each handshake the weight of a man's fate set forward. Cassius proposes an oath, but Brutus denies, for loyalty should be shown from the look in the men's eyes, in the same way he denies that Antony too shall die. Brutus favors sanitary sanity over primitive savagery. Once the men decide how to lure Caesar, they leave, but Brutus still has a job to do, a wife, he has to please her. She's upset that the man she met with the safety net of trust is busted and gone, and in a cold sweat she threats she's only but a prostitute and is she wrong? And Brutus only replies, how am I worthy to have such an honorable wife? But he has a law in his mind, and mind you, a hero isn't always happy ending, so Brutus, look out behind you. Act 2, Scene 2. Here we go. Caesar the great and powerful paces as he waits through an hour full of his wife's frightening nightmare. He might care, so he sends out a servant on a midnight night fair, proceeding that an omen reading and a light feeding will be a good pair. Suddenly, a statement from his wife Calpurnia, Caesar, I'm warning you, the state can wait because of the fate in your gate made at this rate, it'll be too late for you. But Caesar states boldly, I'm not only a man, but I'm holy. The tear of fear runs clear and nowhere near my eye, so relax and rely on the guy who brings light to the Roman sky. But the servant returns from the dark, replies, we tore a coward pardon from the start, we never found its heart. He says it's a bad omen and no one should be roaming the Roman streets on that part. But Caesar remains the same and names the game of danger to his own fame. He thinks he's indestructible, what a shame. But Caesar's wife insists that the list of risks are too much to stay home just for kicks. So Caesar gives in, but only for kicks. But what a surprise Decius arrives, convinces Caesar to go to the Senate with lies about his wife's dreaming eyes and mentions the prize of a crown, but if he stays home, the Senate could deny. So Caesar leaves for the Senate with the conspirating crew, but if only he knew when his wife said goodbye, it'd be the last time she'd see you. Act 2, Scene 3. This is the shortest of scenes, but it means a lot. Artemidorus is keen to the fiends' plot, so he found it better to write a letter to which Caesar he will give, and if he reads it, hopefully he might live. And Scene 4 is just as short. Portia sends a servant out to report what her husband's doings are brewing, and all the while the soothsayer is cooing and Caesar's irony is ruining. The suspense of the story shall arise when Caesar will realize his prize's ultimate demise. The fate of death, blind in its way and its choice is death. The cold rush of darkness like a drug, a Roman on meth. Caesar, a victim of crime, wrong place, wrong time. And by the way, I know Romans didn't have meth, but enjoy the rhyme.
The only thing I can write is like cat and like bat. Matt.
Do you have
Holidays.
lyrics
Holidays.
you would say somewhere?
Yeah, that's on Google Docs. Yeah.